What's up? I want to do a rig rundown here. So this is the kit that I used to record the latest drum covers, and I love watching rig rundowns, and I kind of want to take you through what I got going on here. So, main kit, everything but the snare, is the Yamaha Stage Custom Birch, 10, 12, 14, 16, 22. I initially bought this kit with the 10, 12, 14, and a 20-inch kick. And then a few years later, I added the 16 and I added the 22. Same color, obviously. Slightly different, but they match enough. Toms, top, clear Remo Emperors. And then the bottom is Aquarian texture coated. So coated heads on the bottom, clear heads on the top. All of the toms have quite a few cotton balls in them, especially the 16 and the 14. And for tuning, I do like the bottom heads higher than the tops. Snare is a 14 by 6.5 Gretsch copper. And right now, I have a triple flanged hoop on the top for this rig rundown, but the videos were recorded with the stock Gretsch diecast hoop, top and bottom. That has an Aquarian Focus X batter head, and then the Aquarian, I believe it's the high impact, kind of the reinforced snare side head. And then snare wires are the 10-strand wires, but I cut them down to 8-strand wires. So not a lot of snares on it. Oh, and the kick is just a stock clear P3 style head, so a single ply head with a muffling ring. In it, I just have an hourglass shaped pillow, and then the front head is truly just a single ply stock black head. Let's do cymbals next. So I have the 15-inch K-Lite hi-hats, and a trick I've seen a few people do is flipping them. So I actually have the bottom hi-hat as the top, and top is the bottom. This gives a little more stick articulation on the top hi-hat. Both of these cymbals are very, very thin, so flipping them is perfectly comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're playing a very heavy hi-hat bottom on top. Way off to my left is a 8-inch A Custom Splash. And then my left crash is a 18-inch A Custom from Zildjian. 21-inch K Sweet Ride. My right crash is a 19-inch medium thin Meinl Byzance. This stack is a 16-inch Armand medium thin crash. And then below it is a trash crash, also 16-inch. That is the Meinl HCS line, I believe. This mini stack is a 10-inch Byzance trash splash, but it's the sandblasted version. And I'm reading it because this is a fairly new addition to the kit. Then below that is a 457 10-inch splash. So I got this splash with the intention to stack it, so I didn't get anything very expensive. I used to have it inverted on top of a Zill bell. So by hitting it inverted, it sort of bent the edges in a very Pringle way, I'll say. So having that on the bottom and the trash splash on top, there's plenty of air gap in between them. So I really like the sound that gives. And then my China is a 16-inch ZHT from Zildjian. Sticks, I'm playing the Vic Firth X55A. I always played 16-inch sticks and then recently switched to these, which I believe are 16.5. I'm really liking it. Pedals are DW9000 with the adjustable DW beaters, and I actually have no weights in them. I really liked the really light beater feel. And then the plastic beater heads on it for as much attack as I can get. And then spring tension and adjustability, I've played around with it a lot, and I've come back to pretty much stock. The springs are not very tight at all, especially for a metal world. And it's really comfy. The hi-hat is the two-leg DW5000. And then the seat is the round DW9000. So recording here, we also have all the microphones. I'll run you through those. Top of all the toms are the AKG C3000Bs, and then the bottom of all the toms are SM57s. The snare has a SM57 and a Takstar CM63 on top and bottom. So 2 top mics, 2 bottom mics. The hi-hats, the small stack, the larger stack, and the batter side of the kick drum all have these Takstar microphones, and these are the CM63. Overheads are the Warm Audio WA14s. Kick inside is the Beta 52, and then kick outside I have to read because I forget. Kick outside is a CAD KBM412, and it's not normally here. I moved it for this rundown. Another mic that I moved so I could get around for the rundown is the mono drum overhead. That is the Warm Audio WA-CX12. So this front of kit mono mic is the No Hype Audio LRM-V. And back here are 2 No Hype Audio LRM-2B. Here and here. All right, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching this rig rundown. See you.